What's going on, guys? Don't mind the suit. I'm here blending up the lymphatic cleanse. Running short, but I want to get this off my chest. And like I said, I want to be an inspiration to others, right? So at one point in my life, I used to think that my son Cairo being diagnosed with autism was my karma, was uh was my payback from basically my youth, the way I used to be, the way my past, a lot of things you do growing up because of due to your environment and street life, gang life, and all of that, whatever. I used to think that was my payback, my karma, you know. But when I realized it wasn't my karma, because through my son I've been able to change my lifestyle. Through my son, we created a smooth generation. Through my son, I have been able to heal myself. Through my son, I changed my lifestyle, how to eat, who to hang with, where to be at, when to cleanse, when to detox, when to fast. Like, through him, I've been able to heal myself. So don't look at your child being autistic as a curse, because like I once used to think, like I thought he was a curse. Nah, he was the blessing. He was exactly what I needed in my life to be able to heal myself. You know what I'm saying? So by healing myself, I've been able to help him and help others, thousands of people, So the way you heal your child or heal a loved one is by healing yourself first. That's how it all starts. You understand? So my son put me in a situation to have more patience, to be more understandable, comprehending things, search for information, more knowledge, all of that through him, because of him. So next thing you know, that becomes a blessing for you, because he basically, to me, my son was here to teach me how to change, because I was one of those types that I'm this way and that's how I am, period. Nobody gonna change me. So through him, I've been able to do much better. Because of him, I've been able to share my story of how my son went from completely nonverbal, severe 3 autistic, and right, to verbal, being able to communicate, being able to play with others, being able to be more aware of his surrounding, awareness on when it comes to danger. And my son is able to even cross the street without me holding his hand. He'll wait for a car to pass by. Like, he will stop at the stop sign. Like, there's so much, that I gotta be grateful of, back then. So, because we as parents, we were trying to rush things. Like, we want to speed up everything, right? But no, man, when you're walking with God, everybody got to stand in line. Everybody got to turn. So if you decide to get into this journey, this lifestyle, it's going to take time. You might see results in 3 weeks. You might see results in 2 years. My son was diagnosed at the age of 2. He was completely nonverbal, all the symptoms, tippy-toeing, flapping of his hands, hitting himself, all of that stuff. To where he's at right now, 8 years old. And I say at least anywhere between 85% of those symptoms are basically gone, non-existing, because of basically food, nutrition, detoxing, environment. Like, all of that plays a heavy role. So I just want to be an inspiration to others that might think like, this is your karma, this is a curse, why me? And God is like, why not you? So if you come across my page, it's because this is a message from God that had to be delivered, to use me as an example that you could literally take someone that is nonverbal to verbal and more through God's food, God's medicine. I did this, honestly. I did some research. I took a little bit of information from all the research that I've done. My wife does the same thing, and just made my own stuff. Understand? So please don't give up.